You are now tuning in to the Roughnecks Podcast with your host, Cole Nixon. Much love.
One last thing before we get into today's episode. A lot of people ask how they can support the podcast. Well, I have a couple easy ways. The first way is just listen and subscribe. And another thing you can do is go follow the Roughnecks Podcast on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube as well. If you get something out of today's show, then do me a favor. Share it with a friend. If you really want to go above and beyond to support the podcast, then head over to roughneckspodcast.com and get you some of that merch. I appreciate all of the support, but let's get into today's episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Roughnecks Podcast. We have been missing. We've been M.I.A. It's we've been, not posting episodes, and I have like 4 recorded, but we'll just ignore that, right, guys? I'm so sorry, guys, that I have not been getting episodes out, but we have episodes are getting back. I promise. I'm not gonna make that promise, but I'm going to work my hardest at it. Let's put it that way. I've been, I've been super busy. Me and the girlfriend put in a patio behind the house. Shout out to her for all her help, and her family, her mom and dad, for helping me with the gravel and, lending some tools. And shout out to Brent and just my family, my mom and dad, everybody that's helped out, my brother-in-law, people that have helped make this situation go smoother. But to put in a nice little patio, I might post some pictures of it on the Roughnecks Instagram story. Yeah, we're back. We got an episode out, right, guys? It's Monday. We got a normally Monday's a guest episode, but we don't have one of those today. We just kind of got we're back. Got some updates for you guys. Basically a Fast Friday on a Monday. But I will have an episode on Wednesday. That is a guest episode. I will have an episode on Friday. That is Hold My Beer number 4. And then I'll have an episode on Monday again, and that'll be a guest episode. Then we're kind of going to be back to normal, hopefully. Guest, and then on Mondays, guest episodes on Mondays, and then on Fridays you'll have the Fast Friday, Hold My Beer, or Q&A Friday. Speaking of Q&A Friday, send your questions over to roughneckspodcast@gmail.com. Send those questions, and these questions, for those of you who don't know what Q&A Friday is, I need more questions, but Q&A Friday is where me, and 9 times out of 10, I have a guest with me, will sit there and answer questions from you, the fans, anybody who listens. These questions can be literally about anything. These questions can be, what is your favorite color? Or these questions can be, I am struggling with the loss of such and such, and I don't know how to handle, or such and such broke up with me because of this and this and this. What is your advice? I don't care what the question is. It could be simple. It could be deep. Ask it. It could be controversial. I don't care. Ask the damn question. Email it over to roughneckspodcast@gmail.com, and any episode that ends in a 0, as in like 110, 120, 130, 140, blah, 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 will be Q&A Friday. Your question could be answered. Send those over. I'll get to them. I promise you. All questions will be answered at this point. If it gets to be too much, you might have to pick and choose, but I don't prepare for these questions either. These are, me and the guest will sit there and I will pull them up as we're recording. I'll be like, hey, put a good heading, subject, to kind of catch my eye about what the question is, but not giving away what the question is. So yeah, send those questions over. But I got something I want to talk to you guys about. I want to give I want to talk about this. This is something that is definitely needed talked about on the podcast, and you'll hear more about it probably a handful of times, but especially this week. But something that I wanted to talk to you guys about is my girlfriend's dad, Kenny McConnell. He is currently battling large B-cell, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and this is round 2. He is one hell of a guy. He just stopped by to grab some of the tools that he let me borrow, and I truly appreciate everything so far. I haven't known him, super long, but I appreciate everything that he's done for me. And he's taking a tough battle right now, and he's having a tough time. And he's a fighter though. I'll give him. He's one of the toughest people that I've seen, honestly, in my lifetime, and I truly do believe in that. I believe that he's a fighter and a very tough person. There is a fundraiser going on currently, and I want to give a shout out to Thompson Apparel because they're running this fundraiser. I'm not running this fundraiser. This has nothing to do with the podcast. There may be something that I might be in the works of for this, but it might be a little later on. I don't want to overpout, try to come in and compete kind of thing. I want this to run. But you guys can go buy t-shirts. There's 2 different t-shirt options, and there's a sweatshirt. And if you're not in the area and you're like, man, I want to buy something, or I want to, or how can I pay if I'm not in the area? Like, how can I give them cash or a check? Well, you can actually email your card to kmwefight@gmail.com if you would like a shirt. And I will have pictures and links and all this stuff, and check the social media because it'll be on there as well. But if you want to pay with your card, the shirts are $20, I believe, and the sweatshirts I think like 30 or 35. I believe it's. Don't quote me on what it is, but it's 30 something. You guys can go buy one of those. If you guys don't want to buy a shirt, or you want to do more than buy a shirt, then you can. I believe there's a donate tab now too, which I will put the link in the description. I'll put the link in a post. If you guys would like to go donate, anything you guys can do to help. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's 5,000. Please help. Do the right thing for the right person. I'm telling you, this is worth doing it for. Even if you don't know who he is, trust me, it's the right thing to do. I'm not asking you to give a lot. I'm not asking you to do, above and beyond. I'm asking for any little bit helps. And I truly appreciate anybody who helps out. Truly appreciate you guys. I wanted to bring this up on the podcast because I think it is deservingly something that needs to be pointed out, not just, in the area, but everywhere. This is a guy that deserves any help that he gets. I truly do believe in that. So, yeah, I'll put links to that. Check the social media if you want to see it, or just email me at info@roughneckspodcast.com if you would like more information. But kind of going on a couple other things. I want to give a quick shout out as well to American Hero Hunt. Went to their golf outing. I sponsored a hole at their outing. Awesome time. Awesome event at the Trout Club. Shout out to the Trout Club as well. They do a great job of, working with the vendors and everything. Shout out to them. They did a great job. They had a golf cannon, which I will say was freaking awesome. And I almost want one just to have, but I don't think living in a neighborhood is a great place for a golf cannon. I'll get myself in a little bit of trouble. But I will be probably getting hold of them when I do my golf outing. Being like, hey, bring that golf cannon on over here. Let's get this thing running. But I finally got to meet Justin and Randy. Super happy that I finally met those guys. They're awesome dudes, awesome organization. If you guys know any heroes that, these could be veterans, current, these could be current or non-current policemen, firefighters, Army, National Guard, whatever it is, anything like that. If you guys know them and want to nominate them for a hunt, I will have the link in the description that you can go nominate them. One other announcement that I have, and it is my final announcement today. I'm slowing down on merch drops, guys. Supposed to have the fall merch drop coming soon. I don't think I'm going to do it. My sales have not been ideal. Actually, I'll be honest, summer sales had 0. So, I will not be making any merch drops here in the future. I'll figure something out. I'll probably cut. Currently I was doing 4 a year, summer, winter, spring, fall. I'm going to cut down probably to 2. Don't know when I'll do them, how they'll do them, what it is. I don't know exactly, but it'll probably get cut down to 2. I'm putting too much time and energy in it to get 0 return. Part of that is my fault. I will take credit. It's not your guys' fault. But if I can't sell, I'm not going to put all this time. I think I went too far, tried to go too quick. I need to slow down, but I have some things that I'll have it in the back pocket that I might be able to whip out if, people are like, oh, when are you going to release a new shirt? When are you going to do something? I'll do something. I got some things in the works, but yeah, no more merch drops for a while. unless you guys want the fall merch drop. I got it done. Like, I have everything. I had it done a while ago. I have everything that it needs. Just I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Sorry, guys. But if you guys want it, let me know. But that's really all I got today. I know we're back with a very fast episode. This is like a fast Friday on a Monday. But yeah, we're back. We're back, guys. We are back. Let's go. I promise I'm going to put more time and effort into this. I've been slacking a little bit, but we're back. We are back. And you guys know, until Wednesday, life is hard and it's going to knock you down just like a bull does to a bull rider. Don't let the bull of life walk all over you. Get up, grab the bull by the horns, take control of your life. Roughnecks out.
Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Roughnecks Podcast. If you like today's episode, then be sure to subscribe, rate, and review, and share it with a friend if you got some value from it. Head over to social media and follow the Roughnecks Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Don't forget to get you some of that merch by heading over to roughneckspodcast.com and subscribe to the newsletter while you're there. See y'all next week. Roughnecks out.